Now, of course, with COVID comes masks. Obviously, we are being encouraged to wear our masks anytime we are out in public, but now in some places in Halton, as you know, it has become law. Halton Hills last week passed their mandatory masks bylaw and have actually, in the details of the bylaw, said that it's about a $500 fine you could be facing should you be caught not wearing one in an enclosed public spaces. Of course, there are exemptions for that. Also, today as well, Burlington Council just passed a bylaw as well. We are here with Milton Councillor Mike Cluett to talk about what's happening at the district level. Now, we know, Mike, first of all, thanks for coming in. No problem. We know that the region is going to be looking at a bylaw as well to issue region-wide. Now, my first question to you really is just, I don't know if it's a matter of an opinion of yourself, is why do you think that these other communities, Milton didn't go this route issuing a bylaw at a council level. Talk about why the town of Milton didn't do that and why the others may have, even though there's a meeting coming up to talk about this very issue.
Well, thanks very much for having me. One of the reasons why Milton decided just to pass a resolution to urge the region to have a region-wide uniform bylaw for all 4 municipalities and not go it on our own. We knew at that time that we were having the meeting that we were going to have this the regional council meeting on the 15th. The bylaw was being drafted. It's going to be discussed and debated at the regional council level. And each one of the 4 municipalities, Burlington, Oakville, Halton Hills, and Milton, said very clearly that they want this to be done at the regional level. And it was just, from our aspect, redundant for us to have staff to work on a bylaw that is going to be passed. Many of us have strong opinions that it's going to be passed at the regional level on July 15th. So instead of having 4 separate, at one point, 4 separate municipal bylaws for mandatory masks, we're going to have one uniform one for the entire region of Halton.
Now, just to be clear, though, I guess for those that are watching, so passing a bylaw at the region level essentially makes, you know, the one that has been passed in Halton Hills and the one that has now just been passed in Burlington moot, essentially, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to be looking at it's July 15th. The region's coming together. Do you anticipate that this is something that is going to be passed?
We have obviously heard from all members of the community in Halton Region. I've heard from people in Milton, talked to my counterparts in Oakville, Burlington, and Halton Hills. There is a clear mandate from people, strong opinion that there should be a mandatory mask bylaw, and one that should be obviously from a uniform basis. So if you have a business in Halton Hills and a business in Milton or Burlington, all the same rules apply. We're going to try to map it, design it as close to the City of Toronto bylaw as possible. There will be some exemptions for people who have some medical conditions, autistic children essentially, who physically can't wear masks. If there's going to be an age limit, but again, this is all going to be discussed on the 25th and debated. But the overwhelming opinion from many of the elected officials at both the local and the regional levels is that there should be a mandatory mask bylaw for Halton Region, and one will be passed on the 15th.
Okay, we have about 30 seconds left in our interview. So just really quickly, what time is this meeting happening on the 15th?
9:30 in the morning on July 15th. Halton.ca, if you go to the regional council section, there's a place where you can see the videos and there'll be a live feed. In the meantime, if you want to contact the region at the clerk's department and become a delegate, you can do so electronically, as we've all been able to do. We're going to have that discussion.
Okay, well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us on this program.
Thank you, Melissa, no problem.